Yeah.
You got that?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Now I would like to make a short briefing about the history of this memorial stupa. Actually, before we had all the victims' bones were brought and kept inside the stupa, we also had our forensics experts to examine how all those people were killed, their ages, gender, and also nationality. By finishing our testing in the year 2011, we found not only Cambodians but also foreign people. We found an Australian, 2 French, and 6 American people were also brought and got killed inside this killing field. This monument was constructed with 17 levels, but the first 10 levels are kept 9,000 skulls of the victims, and the other rest level are kept different parts of the victims' bones. Actually, we people can also come inside, but before entering inside the building, please have your shoes off.
Okay.
We got another entrance from different directions there. So follow me, please. We have the entrance there. Please have your shoes off in front, and then you can walk inside.
Leave up here.
Yes, please.
Would you like some flowers, on the moon?
So I can go right inside. I can go right inside.
Would you like white flower?
Um.
Would you like to buy the flower?
Yeah.
Children ticket costs you $5.
Yeah.
That's 21,000 riyal. 21,000 riyal.
Cool.
Alright, welcome to the Tuol Sleng Genocidal Museum, but now it became known as S21. Actually, the word Tuol Sleng, it was the original name of this place. But after Khmer Rouge leaders and army came in power, started from the year 1976, after Pol Pot was appointed as the party secretary. In March 1976, he started converting our public places like schools, pagoda, government building into the prisons, because during that time Pol Pot, following his ideology from Communist Party, he was looking for the other related people, especially the people who were related to foreign politics. Mostly former government officials, they were being accused of getting involved to American CIA. That's why they were looking for the other related people from different places. So victims, they were brought and imprisoned into this place. And finally, this genocidal museum, it was discovered by our liberation army. They forced the Khmer Rouge army out of our capital city on the 7th January 1979, but they found this place on the 10th of January 1979. What they found from this place, especially the building A, from its ground floor, they found the last 14 victims. They were already got killed, and when they arrived, the dead body, they were really in bad decomposition, really in bad decomposition. They were in bad smell and swollen. After they took photos of the dead people and videos, they carried all the dead people out of the building, got burned and buried in front of this building A. That's why we have, these are the 14 coffins of the last 14 victims got killed by the Khmer Rouge armies before they left this place. When the Liberation Army arrived and captured our capital city.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
According to Mr. Kang Il Kolduk, a man who was responsible for this place, he confessed that he was responsible for 12,000 people who were arrested and brought and imprisoned inside this place. We got just only 12 of survivors could save their life from this place among about 12,000 victims from this place. But most of them already died, just only few of them still alive. We hope you will see them when we are on the way to the exit.
Okay.
So before we're going to start our tour to the next stop, I first would like to invite you to start our tour with this building A first. Any questions?
No, it's...
Could you please follow me to the screen? Actually, this building was one of our former high school in our capital city, but when they came in power, they converted this place into the prison. And this building A, actually we had 5 classrooms for students, but when they came, they converted into the smaller room, and one room it was just only used and imprisoned one victim only. The victim was imprisoned in this room. He or she was sleeping in this iron bed. Their both legs were locked with these shackles, and they used this illusion box for the victim's food. for the toilet.
Wow, serious.
And while they were imprisoned in this room, they were also being tortured by the security in different inhuman ways. They didn't care people's health, they just only kept people alive before they prepare victims' confession. After they got victim answers, all of them completely brought to be executed at the killing field. Could you see the window? Actually, we had the shutter for students. The air could come in and out. But when they came, they turned this into the mirror because they didn't want victims being out of the room. Not only the window, but also the window, completely covered with the ceiling. And this is the photo of the last that victims got killed by the security.
Wow.
That is the photo of the dead victim. We can also see another victim's photo from another room. So could you please follow me to the next room? You got to see evidence from the region. The smaller pot there, it was used for the victim to have rice porridge. Porridge, not rice, but rice porridge. And that is the photo of the dead victim was taken from out of the room, through the window. And a photo was taken by Vietnamese journalists. All three. The photo of the last 14 victims, they were taken by Vietnamese journalists. When they arrived here, Vietnamese journalists.
Oh, journalists.
Yeah, journalists. They arrived here with the Liberation Army. Could you now please spend 2 minutes to read the regulations that all the victims had to follow while they were imprisoned inside this place? They made people no choice. And it was unbelievable, but they did. So we are not coming inside each room because we have the same evidence.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
After our country was liberated, we also had our own authorities looking for the survivor who could save their life from this place. Finally, we found 7 of them, but most of them already died.
Oh.
Just only 2 of them still alive. Thank you. Could you please now stay in the shade over here and look at the paintings there? It was painted by Mr. Wanat, showing us how they torture our victim from this place. Actually, this wooden gallows, it was the place where our students conducted their exercise while study break. But when they came in power, they converted this to torture tools.
Being hung up like that as well.
Excuse me?
Being hung up like that.
Yes, that's the way how they force our victim to give them the answers. For example, you are a doctor. For example, you were a doctor, but you were arrested. So first time, you would say no when you were being accused of getting involved to foreign politics. So they had this way to force people to give them the answers of saying yes.
Or just saying yes.
Thank you. Please come inside the room.
Oh no, no photographs? Doesn't matter. Switch off?
Just mean no video inside.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The barbed wire.
So now I would like to invite you to come inside this building C, and they use this barbed wire to cover to prevent people from jumping out of the building. Because victims sometimes they committed suicide when they felt really hard for their life. So this building C before the year 1977 they were mass detention room, but after 1977 Dutch ordered his security to have the ground floor turned into individual cells, and we also had the small room erected from the brick. Could you please follow
Before we
me?
go any further,
Yes.
it says there, I guess mobile phone
I
photos.
see, yes.
Mobile phone photos. It's extraordinary.
Normally on your left hand side here, there is one survivor, Mr. Bumei. So it's Jomai, he was one of the survivors. He was the mechanic who could repair the typewriter.
Oh.
Yeah. He could repair the typewriter. They thought he was really useful for their work,
That's-
so they kept him alive.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes. And this guy, he was the painter who could paint the portrait of Pauper. That's why they kept him alive. Yeah. So here we got some of the photo of the Khmer Rouge leaders. All of them were brought to the Khmer Rouge court, and they were all whole life sentence.
Including her.
Yes.
I wasn't aware there's a female leader or female someone high up in as a female. What was her role? Minister of Social Affairs.
Yes, yes.
That's it, isn't it? Oh, he worked up the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, that's extraordinary.